Have you ever met someone who made your heart race? Not because they were bad, but because you were terrified they might leave. You send a text, and when they don't reply right away, your mind starts spinning. Did I say something wrong? Are they losing interest? Should I text again? You replay every message, every emoji, every pause, until your chest tightens, your heart pounds, and you feel that familiar wave of panic. That isn't love. That's anxiety. And it's one of the most misunderstood patterns in modern relationships, the invisible cycle that keeps millions of people stuck between desperately wanting love and deeply fearing it. How it all begins. Every love story starts long before our first kiss, first heartbreak, or first dating app swipe. It starts in childhood. Psychologists John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth discovered that the way we were cared for as children shapes how we love as adults. If your caregivers were warm, consistent, and emotionally present, you likely developed a secure attachment. You learned, love is safe, I can trust, I am enough. But if love was inconsistent, sometimes comforting, sometimes cold, you learned something else. Love is unpredictable. I need to work hard to keep it. That's the seed of anxious attachment. And the same strategy that once kept you connected as a child now keeps you anxious as an adult. Why it keeps happening. Fast forward to adulthood. You meet someone. The chemistry feels electric. They text often, seem interested, and your whole body lights up. But then something changes. They cancel plans. They reply late. They say, I just need space. Suddenly, that old fear returns. Your mind whispers, they're pulling away. I'm losing them. That's when the anxiety loop begins. You reach out for reassurance, but your need for closeness pushes them away. They withdraw, and your fear intensifies. So you chase harder, and they retreat even further. And soon, you're caught in the same painful pattern again, wondering why love always feels like this. The truth is, you're not too much. You're just replaying an emotional program your body learned years ago. What's really happening in your brain? When you sense distance, your amygdala, the brain's fear center, lights up. It releases cortisol, the stress hormone, flooding your body with panic. Your heart races, your stomach drops, your thoughts spin. Your logical brain, the prefrontal cortex, tries to say, relax, they're just busy. But your emotional brain screams louder, danger, you're about to be abandoned. So you act, overthinking, apologizing, clinging, pretending to be chill while dying inside. That's not weakness, that's biology. Your nervous system is wired to treat emotional distance as a threat to survival. Why you keep choosing the wrong people? Here's the cruel twist. Anxious attachers often fall for avoidant partners, the ones who fear closeness. Why? Because they feel familiar. Avoidant people mirror the inconsistent love anxious people grew up with. They give affection, then take it away. They pull you close, then vanish. That unpredictable pattern feels like home to your nervous system. You confuse anxiety for chemistry, chaos for connection. It feels passionate, intoxicating, like a movie, but it always ends the same way. You chase, they retreat, and you blame yourself. Why anxiety feels like love? Here's a psychological fact. Your body can't tell the difference between excitement and anxiety. Both release adrenaline. That's why when someone makes you nervous, it can feel like you're falling in love. Neuroscientists call this misattribution of arousal. Your brain mistakes fear for attraction. So when someone calm, kind, and emotionally available comes along, you might think, they're nice, but there's no spark. That spark you crave, it's not love. It's your nervous system reacting to danger. Real love doesn't make you anxious. It makes you feel safe. How it keeps you single. Even though you crave connection, anxious attachment can keep you from finding lasting love. Here's how. 1. You overthink everything. 2. You attach too quickly to calm your fear of being alone. 3. You abandon yourself to please others. 4. You test people to see if they'll chase you back. 5. You mistake inconsistency for passion. Then, when it ends, you blame yourself. Why does this always happen to me? But you're not broken. You're just following the only version of love your nervous system remembers. Breaking the loop. Healing anxious attachment isn't about becoming less emotional. It's about learning to feel safe inside your emotions. Here's how to start. Step 1. Name the pattern. When anxiety hits, don't spiral. Pause and say, "My attachment system is activated." That one sentence calms your body and brings logic back online. Step 2. Self-soothe before you reach out. Breathe, journal, go for a walk. Remind yourself, "I'm safe even in uncertainty." Step 3. Slow down intimacy. Don't rush emotional closeness to feel secure. Ask, "Do I feel calm or chaotic around this person?" If it's chaos, that's not chemistry, that's fear. Step 4. Build secure connections. Spend time with emotionally consistent people. Your brain learns safety through repetition, not theory. Step 5. Practice self-validation. You don't need someone else to confirm your worth. Tell yourself, "I'm worthy of love that stays." I don't have to chase to be chosen. Step 6. Heal the body, not just the mind. Attachment wounds live in your body. Therapies like EMDR, somatic work, or inner child healing help you rewire fear at the root. You can't think your way out of trauma, you must feel your way through it. What secure love feels like. Secure love doesn't feel like fireworks. It feels like sunrise. It's calm, steady, and safe. It's two people choosing each other, not testing, not chasing. In secure love, you can express needs without fear. You can take space without panic. You don't have to earn love through effort. The silence feels peaceful, not punishing. Distance feels temporary, not threatening. And conflict becomes connection, not catastrophe. That's not boring. That's healthy. Turning anxiety into strength. Here's the beauty of being anxiously attached. You love deeply. You feel intensely. You notice what others miss. Those aren't flaws. They're superpowers waiting to be grounded in self-trust. When you stop chasing unavailable people, your sensitivity becomes empathy. Your intensity becomes passion. Your longing becomes purpose. You don't have to be less emotional. You just need to feel safe inside those emotions. Let's rewrite your story. The old loop says, "I'm scared they'll leave, so I cling tighter." The new loop says, "I trust that what's meant for me will stay, even if I don't chase it." The old loop says, "If I'm not perfect, they'll withdraw." The new loop says, "I can be loved in my imperfection." The old loop says, "Every silence means rejection." The new loop says, "Every silence is a moment to return to myself." You are not too much. You are not unlovable. You're simply learning to love without fear. When you start giving yourself the reassurance you've been begging for, the loop breaks. You become your own safe place. And from that safety, real love can finally reach you. If you take one thing from this, let it be this. The person you're waiting for, the one who will never abandon you, isn't out there. They're inside you. When you learn to calm your fears, nurture your inner child, and trust your worth without proof, love stops being a battlefield. It becomes peace. Your attachment style isn't your destiny. It's your starting point. Every time you choose calm over chaos, healing over habit, peace over panic, you're rewriting your story. Because true love doesn't trigger your trauma. It teaches your nervous system what safety feels like. And when that happens, you're not just in love, you're finally free.